Hi everybody, welcome back to Movie Related. Well, it's not The Mandalorian. It's not The Mandalorian 2. It's the Book of Boba Fett.
First spin-off.
First spin-off. Second feature of Star Wars. It's not a Marvel, but we got it in time for New Year's. Episode 1, 30 minutes long. Very short. I believe there's 7 episodes.
It was like 37 minutes.
Of this, if you count all the
Credits.
Credits. And we're going to talk about Boba Fett. Do we think this is going to be as good as season 1 of The Mandalorian? Or as good as season 2 of The Mandalorian? Or as good as all the Marvel movies? We'll let you know right after this. Bangkok! So it takes place, and we see a little recap of Boba Fett and how he's still alive after being thrown into the pit.
Yeah.
Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit. And thank goodness there was another guy down there that he could steal all that power from.
Well, oxygen. I think that was oxygen.
So he plugged himself in again so he could breathe, yeah. Because he didn't have any powers. And then he could use his flame. Okay. I guess no person else ever went in there without a weapon. With another weapon.
Yeah, this is Boba Fett, not a dumb
That's
stormtrooper.
Yeah. And usually that thing eats you on the way down.
Well, it looks like I don't know, there was another guy up there right beside him.
Well,
But it looked like he burrowed like 50 feet through this thing to finally go up there. But we digress. That's just a very small part. It was kind of like fan service because people ever said, we want to see the hand come up through the sand. Boba Fett alive. And they did it.
What I liked was he gets found by the Jawas. Mm-hmm. And you think, oh, the cute little Jawas. And no, they rob him and they start kicking him. And then
they knock him out.
And then you say, oh, stupid Jawas. And then you say, oh, and here's the sand people coming. Oh, those are bad guys. And then they come and they pick them up and you think they're going to be good guys. No, they're just as bad as the Jawas.
Yeah, tie them to a stick.
I thought that was awesome. He's having a bad day.
He's having a really bad day.
So the whole thing is that now Boba Fett has taken over Jabba the Hutt's crime syndicate. Like he's the new boss in town. And he's just starting out and he's trying to make the links in the communities to tell everybody, yeah, I'm the man now, and
pay me tribute or whatever.
Yeah, Fennec is his right-hand gal, and he has a couple of bodyguards going around with him, and
which are the green guys that worked for Jabba.
Yeah. They kind of look puppety, don't they?
Yeah, what they did back in the Jedi too.
Every special effect in this looked puppety and badly done in a way. Now, I was looking. I enjoyed the way they were saying, "Okay, I'm going to rule with respect," and so you got to be firm. And he's going, "No, these two guys, they didn't desert their former leaders. They lost, but they didn't desert them. They stood by them side. So will they be loyal to me?" I can see that. That was good, different approach for the leader. But then they get the ambush. When they're ambushed from, I'm guessing the mayor sent them.
Yeah, the mayor. Like who's the mayor?
We never see the mayor. Yeah. We just heard about him. So
although I liked his emissary. His emissary was funny.
Yeah. Apologies. Yes. And condolences. But that was a very poorly done fight scene.
Okay, so yeah, I wanted to stress this. That was a very poorly done fight scene.
Thanks.
Okay, continue.
Okay. Like it was a those are the moves. That's as fast as he's going.
Like when we saw Boba Fett in season 2 Mandalorian, when he was fighting, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
You know, he was brutal. And in this one, he seemed kind of like a little wuss and a very
highly choreographed,
high school choreographed fight.
Yeah, it was very badly done.
Yeah.
And then of course we go, hey, you know what we need? We need some parkour.
There was a lot of parkour.
Let's do some parkour, everybody.
Now, Fennec.
Okay.
I know she's supposed to be the tough baddie.
Yes.
When she's doing her thing, does she feel like a tough baddie?
You know what? I've seen her in the Marvel show. She was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Mm-hmm. She did some pretty good fight scenes. So I'm thinking this is the choreographer that they got for this show. Because the fight scenes were not good. They were very poorly done. Very amateurish. And I hate to say that. Amateurish. You know, when I look like I should be able to walk up to them and I would have took all of them and they're experts, right? Like, even the fight scene with the big creature in it looked really bad. The CGI just looked terrible.
Like, I kind of appreciate the fight scenes in Hawkeye more now.
Yeah.
After seeing this.
And that's not good. Because that was terrible as well. And then, of course, after the fight scene, what do? We throw him back into some water so we can have some more flashbacks. This episode was all flashbacks. So, hey, I want you, Fennec, to go and make sure you bring him back alive. All right. She does. She captures him. We don't know what happens. We don't see anything because he's in the water dreaming about how he was back in the desert again. And I'm going...
Well, I feel like those flashbacks are going to give us information that we need.
I'm hoping it's not 7 episodes of flashbacks.
Well, it's trying to tell us who Boba Fett is now. So, Sarlacc pit to now. How did he get to be a crime lord?
I don't think... See, that's the trouble with the Star Wars of the Disney generation. They feel they need to explain every single thing to you instead of letting us figure it out for ourselves or have our own imagination of how it happened. Oh, how did Han Solo? Solo's your last name? No, he got it because some guy said, oh, you're traveling solo, so we're going to put Solo down. Give me a break. They don't need to explain all that stuff. Just have a story. We know who Boba Fett is. Oh, he's taken over for Boba Fett? He's a tough guy? That's all we need to know.
Okay, so the flashback with the Sand People, did you find anything interesting about that?
I found it long. And guess what? They did my favorite thing. They traveled. They traveled through the sand.
Well, that's what they do.
I know, but for the episode again, how many times were they traveling through the sand? But did you not find that it was some of the worst graphics?
The creature at the end was kind of...
It was horrible. Oh, hey, we're going to peek over the sand dune. Oh, there's a little pile of sand and there's some green screen behind me. Like, I can do better graphics than they do in this episode. It's pretty bad.
Well,
I guess because I do this now with the green screen a lot, I can tell bad green screen so easy. And this has been bad. But, hey, it's only episode 1.
Listen, you guys are dogging it, but I kind of liked it. I enjoyed it.
I didn't hate it, but it was kind of weak.
What did you like about it?
I
It was
like
Star Wars.
I like no. I mean, I liked the flashback to the pit and how he got out. Like all of the things that you wondered and that everybody's talked about for ages. Okay, we saw it. Now we know. We know exactly what happened. That was cool.
Did you need them to draw you a picture of him using his flamethrower?
Listen,
and how he got out of the creature?
That's what they do. They are making
why?
a show.
No.
They are painting us a picture.
They're explaining to
of
us
the story
because we're dumb and couldn't have figured it out on our own.
Okay, why don't you just read novels then?
I would, if they were any good.
Know what else I liked about this? I liked the prisoner that was with him in the Sand People camp.
The worthless guy.
That was a jerk.
Yeah.
The worthless. Sounds the alarm.
Yeah.
First guy killed.
You wiener.
Yeah.
We could have been gone. We could have been off planet.
But now he's supposed to be the new crime lord. Does he give off that vibe of being a crime lord now?
No.
Not even close.
You know, I think he felt more intimidating in Mandalorian than he does now.
Much.
But that could change. Right now, he's fitting into a new role that he's assuming. He's got to grow into it.
Yeah, but he was tough in The Mandalorian. In this one, he seems very weak. Like, it seems like a different guy now.
To me, he felt like a grandpa.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah? Like an older
version of what we just saw last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I still liked it. I still liked the show. I liked going through I liked the show.
Well, I didn't come out of it saying I hate it, which is better than I did for Hawkeye and better than I did for Winter Soldier. So that's a good start.
I will say this, okay. I kind of liked the first episode of this better than like season 2 Mandalorian. I thought You know, they're building a story better. But I definitely liked it more than any of the Marvel shows. Like this one episode, I'll take over any of those Marvel
I wouldn't put it
shows.
over Loki right now.
I would.
Yet. And I wouldn't put it over even WandaVision. The opening 3 weeks of WandaVision, this was pretty weak compared to that,
This is what I'm thinking. I have only watched one episode of Season 2 Witcher. Okay? And it was 5 million times better than this episode of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know what the difference in budget is, but they're both TV. I don't think that's a good thing for Boba Fett. Like, you have Lucasfilm behind you, and The Witcher is that much better than you? Like, it's not a bad show. Like, it felt...
Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I'm at well, it can get better. Let's hope it gets better.
Yes, it was good, but can be better. Don's struggling with the word good.
I am. I don't know if it was good. I thought it was...
Sure, it was good. It wasn't bad.
Wasn't bad, but...
Doesn't mean it's good. Just because you're not bad doesn't mean you're good. There's a middle ground.
Kind of does.
No, there's a middle ground
That's
where you were...
probably the definition.
How about...
Good? Not bad.
So-so.
But The Witcher was arguably fantastic.
But you're into like fantasy kind of stuff.
I'm into fantasy and sci-fi. And The Witcher, like, I can't wait to see the next episode. This one, I will because we're doing the weekly thing, because it's Marvel and Lucasfilm.
Is it just though because you get to see Henry Cavill topless?
That has something to do with it.
You got to see Boba Fett topless.
Did we? Oh, I guess when he was in the tank. Yeah.
Yeah. Big thrills there. Hey, Gramps! All right, I see that every time I look in the mirror.
Grant?
Yeah, I'm 60 years old. I'm saying that. Okay. We have some very mixed reviews here, folks. We're going to try and wrap this up for you. Episode 1, The Book of Boba Fett. Give us a rating. Out of 10.
I'll give it a 6.5.
7.5.
5.5. It was okay. There's a lot of really bad stuff in it. Like the fight, if the fights are all like this, I will be tuning out of this show really quickly. Because the fight scene was terribly, terribly done. Mm-hmm. Terribly done.
It wasn't a great fight scene, but okay. So they've got one aspect that sucked.
Yeah. He's a crime lord, and it was an action scene in a Star Wars movie, and it was the worst thing in the movie, in the show.
You know, all the townspeople watching this, the potential criminal competitors, they're watching this and say, oh yeah, I could take him out.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, well, we'll see where it goes.
You're lucky that little sand person wasn't there. He would have cleaned all their clocks. And the whole time I'm watching that, I'm going, where are the green bodyguards? Where are they?
They're kind of a little slow, right?
They're surrounded by, like, they were walking directly behind them coming out of the building, and then suddenly it takes them 4 minutes.
They were ambushed. They were taking care of other guys.
They were surrounded, the same guys.
You don't know.
You're giving excuses. All right. 6.5, 7.5, 5.5. It's only episode 1. It has room to grow. But right now, as far as I'm concerned, I wasn't impressed. I hope they get better.
Okay, compare it to The Last Jedi.
Anything's better than Last Jedi. You know what? As a story, though, if I took Star Wars out of it, Last Jedi is a better story.
Don's drunk.
It's not a good trilogy movie, but it's a better
story.
story.
Going off the rails.
I didn't go here. He went there. You can edit it. We can edit the whole damn thing
into a Don rap.
Here, we're gonna just go. It was okay. He thinks it might be okay. He thought it was good. That's our final numbers right now. And we'll see you next week. See if we can get a little bit of cohesiveness in our conversations. But I would not count on it. See you on the channel. Bangkok!